Hello, bon dia. My name is Alexander Bohlander and I'm very happy to be able to teach you a little bit what I have learned in the Pilates world in the last years. I am here in Salvador, Bahia, and I am teaching in Brazil a series of workshops, and I really enjoy teaching in Brazil. I am the owner of Polestar Europe and I own several studios that combine therapy and training, and I have collected over the years very interesting insight and experience that I would like to share with you. The first thing that I would like to let you know is that we created a research piece. In the last 2 years we had a project with the University of Applied Sciences in Cologne, and we wanted to find out if reformer training was helpful for people with chronic lumbar back pain, even if they were doing the exercises independently. Because we already know that if you have a great teacher and you have the right exercises and the equipment, you can help people with chronic lumbar back pain really fast. But our project was interested in finding out how much of the success that we are having is the teacher and the actual correction and the instruction, and how much is the equipment and the selection of exercises that you bring to people with a history of chronic lumbar back pain. Now here's the result, and I'm happy to say that we were successful because we were able to present this research at the World Physical Therapy Conference 2017 in Cape Town, South Africa, and it was presented in July this year, 2017. And we were the only Pilates project that was able to be selected and present the research work. So what did we find? We had two groups of people, of clients. One had the Pilates training, the other group had no Pilates training, and they just followed their regular other activities. The group with Pilates training was given 8 exercises that they had to do over 6 weeks, and they should repeat the exercises twice a week in the Pilates studio where they were assigned. We only gave them one initial instruction in how to perform the exercise correctly and safely, and then we put a piece of paper with a description and a photo of the exercise they should do next to the reformers, so they could eventually have a look if they forgot what to do. Now, we started with a group of about 45 people, and again, the half of them were doing Pilates, the other half was not doing Pilates. We had a few dropouts, and we had a few cases where people were moving out of town. But at the end we really had a nice group of people, and what we found was that the group with the Pilates training that did the 6-week independent training with no other instruction than the one initial time had a significantly better development in their chronic lumbar back pain than the other group. We had 3 measurements that we did. The first one was the activation of the transverse abdominis, which we know is very important to find core stability. The second measurement was a self-evaluation, where they rated in their daily life quality if they had improvements in how they felt, not only in their pain, but also in their functional level. And the third evaluation was a postural analysis. We had markers on very important points of their posture, like the 7 cervical vertebrae, the thoracolumbar junction, the SI joints, and we looked how these markers changed over time and found that, like in this example, the people with the Pilates training improved their posture and their axial elongation significantly to the other group. So the self-evaluation improved very much the quality of life. The postural assessment improved significantly, and the activation of the transversus abdominis, which we think is the key to a healthy and stable core. So if Pilates training without detailed instruction can do this, imagine how much more we could do if those people had had a Pilates teacher all the time in their whole training. Now, what I think is amazing about this research and about the success we had is that you see that you need a good piece of equipment, Pilates equipment that is made according to the standards of quality and development that we have today, like the one that I'm just here on and I'm going to use to demonstrate later a few exercises to you. So we need the good equipment, but we also need the good selection of exercises. If we don't have knowledge about what people with chronic lumbar pain need, then we cannot select the correct exercises. The exercises that we selected for this group was footwork, feet in straps. We had mermaid and bridging and a few other exercises. And obviously this selection was very good for that particular purpose. The next thing that you need to do is they need to do the exercises regularly, as you see in this case twice a week, over 6 weeks. And then of course there is the instruction of a Pilates teacher that is qualified to teach in the depth and in the quality that we need. But isn't it surprising that if you don't have the quality of the teaching, you still have success? Beyond that success, you will have so much more success if you have that great teacher. But we wanted to prove that Pilates is great on all levels, and I think this is important information for you. And maybe you can take this information and start having independent training in your studio in your off times. So when your studio is not extremely busy, you could have clients come in and say, repeat your exercises that you have learned from me for a smaller fee, and because you can repeat it more often, at least twice a week, now they all of a sudden become better so much faster, and you have more success and you have more income in your studio. So I hope this was interesting knowledge to you. Please find more of this information in the document and on our Facebook and on our websites. And I hope that you have as much success as we did with our research. Continue doing your beautiful work, and I will support you as much as I can. Thank you, obrigado, bye-bye.